So how's it like working with the Godfreys? I understand that they are quite enigmatic. Some of them maybe more hands-on than others, but do you have any day-to-day interaction?
I mean, in general, the Godfreys don't really do a whole lot with Fractal. Like, I'll run into Nathan every now and again. He tends to prefer just interacting with me or Tenku. He doesn't really push too much on us, which I really appreciate. Dominic, especially, I never see the guy. He's so busy running God Tech. As long as we're doing what we need to do, he doesn't really intervene. Stella, on the other hand, is probably the one I interact with the most. We could understand why. We're their biggest project to date, biggest potential moneymaker. Not the way I've always stressed or worried about it, but I can understand their concerns. They did buy us for a reason. But I don't know. I would say it's one big happy family, but it's like one big happy family that's spread across the country and phones each other on the holidays.
I love this family. I mean, I have so much aspiration from them. I mean, some of the best stories and reenactment came from Nathan. I mean, the guy's just like a balloon god. I mean, he just like floats down from, when we're in the office working, sometimes he just appears just out of nowhere. He comes in like, dude, how's it going? Good job. Good job. That makes me feel good. It makes my muscles feel good. All 5 of them, even the one in my pants. That's my thighs.
I've worked a bit with Nathan. However, he took the position I was originally applying for, which was lead programmer. I've had to work my way up the ladder where he kind of was given the silver keys. The others I don't know too much about, but it was a tragedy what happened to their sibling.
Being one of the higher-ups on the dev team, you do get to spend a little bit more time with the Godfreys proper. What's your insight into them?
It's tragic.
Talking about the unfortunate situation that happened.
It's in the past.
Nathan, maybe? Nathan is lead programmer.
And he is the lead programmer.
You know, like, he has to make sure that this game is coded correctly and that my story is technically implemented with the NPCs. But, I mean, other than that, you know, there's Dominic, and he's the CEO now. You know, Stella, no. And I mean, there is Alex, but like, and that's a whole story in itself. It's a big mess, you know. Most of you know what's going on with that. But overall, not really. I mean, they're an interesting bunch.
How's it been like working with the Godfreys? Do you get any day-to-day interaction with any of them? Dominic, Nathan, or Stella?
I haven't had too many personal interactions with them. I don't see them too often, but Nathan, he would show up and help some of the visuals turn into code. We'd be part of that process. And I think Dominic would come, and when we were working on the Christic weapons, he would be involved in that a little bit, but otherwise, I don't see them too often.
Oh, yeah, the Godfreys. Where do I begin? You know, I think about Michael. Oh, no, I don't want to go back there. I already started there. But let's talk about Dominic.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, you know, Dominic. I'm so mad that sometimes it just makes my brain just freezes over. But Dominic, that's an interesting character. You know, I think that he's part of maybe the Illuminati or something like that. But if I start talking about that, then I'll go into the whole aluminum foil wrap, and I don't want to do that, okay? So I am going to go to Nathan. Now, Nathan never sleeps. Never. I think maybe he's overworked or whatever it is. I don't know if it's a robot. I don't know what it is. But if you ask me, you probably know what my answer will be. That brings me to Stella. Stella. I haven't quite got her figured out, but I think that she's probably been cloned. Because how in the world that you can do so many different things and be in 2 or 3 different places? I mean, how can you actually really hold down a whole company and raise a family? This is crazy. She's been cloned. I know it. You could be Stella.
I hear a lot about them, but I never really get to work with them.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pretty great. They're all definitely characters, but I gotta hand it to Stella. She got me backstage at an Adele concert one time, and that completely inspired Behind the Soul for the Soul expansion pack that's coming out. Yeah, I mean, they're characters, all right.
With the Soul expansion coming out just around the corner, what is the most exciting aspect of the game that you were able to work on and put your own kind of personal flair into the Soul expansion?
I think the thing that most people are looking forward to is the new design for Lord Rockin'. I'm pretty excited for that, and I hope that the design meets everyone's expectations.
I would say, oh, that's tough. So, I mean, each main area is going to need its own soundtrack. Along with that, though, each region is going to need 3 to 5 songs minimum. So trying to piece all of that together has been a hustle, to say the least. But thankfully, we had a little bit of a base to start with for the instruments, for the regions. We've been really putting it together. I'm beyond proud of this work, genuinely. I can't wait for people to hear it, be immersed in the experience, and just see how the music genuinely elevates the game. Other than that, though, I can't wait to get a night's of sleep. I've been up every night for the past couple weeks trying to get everything perfect. So, yeah, I know the work's going to be worth it.
Going into it, we're ready, but my team and I are dreading the deluge of complaints. Me and my team are perfectly ready for the wave of ways to make the game better. But as I said previously, with new technology, there will always be problems.
And now, the reason why everyone's watching this documentary, we're going to talk about the Soul expansion. It seems from the outside to have the potential to be mind-blowing. What has been the most rewarding aspect of the Soul expansion that you've been able to work on? And do you have any insights for anyone watching at home?
It's theoretically impossible. But hey, that's what God Tech does. All right, is that it? I got things I got to do.
Yeah, that's... Can you give us maybe any behind-the-scenes details? Anything you've been working on?
Yes, so if you thought base Omen 5 had a lot of side quests, get prepared for the quest that never ends. It's Soul!
Okay, the biggest part when we were going into Souls was we didn't want to tell the story. We wanted the players to tell the story. So yes, the players will actually affect the outcome of how I will start telling the story in the future. How will that story be? We'll find out.
What are you most excited for in the Soul expansion?
Sure. Well, yeah, actually, one of the most interesting things the expansion had me do was integrate olfactory senses into the game. So instead of just sound, now we're dealing with smell as well. And so we actually had people in MRI machines while we were bringing in, leather and wood and different foods and things like that to see how their brainwaves would react, so we could integrate that into the Wave Rider into the game.
So it's definitely probably the best thing that has happened. But it also can be the worst and probably the end of everything. I mean, just think about the last time a company took over, right? You had the dinosaurs that went extinct. Nothing was here. It's gone. And then, you guys all know about the Matrix. But don't worry. I'm Leo.
I mean, if you only saw hundreds of hours of story, you've got a lot of game left in front of you. So maybe wait on Soul a little bit. But that aside, Soul is, if I dare say, the biggest undertaking, not just for expansion, for all games in all history. It is going to redefine what gaming feels like. And we got really lucky that we were going to meet this deadline. We had to do a lot of interesting things, worked around the clock to get this thing made. And if you thought Omen 5 was good, Soul is going to feel like a whole new game. It's going to change how you think of games. It's going to change how you interact with games. It is going to be an absolute industry starter. We might not even be able to call these video games anymore. We might have to have a new term for them, is how big this expansion is going to be, not just for us, but obviously for the world at large.
It's a Yeti. I know that. It's a Yeti.